Samuel, he was a prophet in the Bible, and he had anointed Saul to be king, and then Saul began to be disobedient towards God, and God stripped him of his anointing, his kingship. And so he told Samuel, basically, man, hey, because he was just struggling with the fact that, I anointed this man, and Saul is now no longer king to be anointed king anymore. He was just struggling and battling with that when God had already given him instructions to say, listen, I've already appointed a new king, and he's in Jesse's camp, and I need you to go through the preliminaries to take care of that and make that happen. But yet he was struggling with the fact of what was and couldn't let go of what was so that what is can take its space. And so sometimes we find ourselves in that place to where we can't let go of what was to adapt to what is and what could be. And so now you're living in that what's next phase. And God had already told him, well, this is what's next, but he was stuck in transition. And sometimes we can be stuck in transition and we miss out on that what's next. And he just basically told him, hey man, I need you to wipe yourself up, wipe the tears, get to moving, and go anoint this young man to go be king.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by Motivated Apparel. Motivated Apparel, the premier gear for motivation. A brand that motivates, inspires, and empowers you to stay motivated while chasing your dreams. Head on over to www.shiftmotivations.com/shop Motivated Apparel and grab yourself some motivated apparel today.
Yeah, what up, world? What it do? Hey, welcome to another episode of the Blueprint to Success podcast. Hey, where we break down the moves, the mindset, and the methods behind building a life that you don't have to vacation from while creating momentum for success. Once again, it's your boy Mike Mariner, aka the Shift Motivator. And once again, I'm joined together on tonight with my co-host, my brother from another mother. Man, y'all give it up for Alxndr Hall.
Yo,
what do? What's happening, man?
Hump day. Guess what day it is? Hump day.
Mike.
Here y'all go. Yeah, we slide through the week, man. You know how I go, man. You know how I go, man. How y'all doing? Y'all
Rip
good?
sliding, man.
Y'all good, Dell? How you doing? Texting, who's that Mrs. Bag?
Listen,
Are you texting Mrs. Bag?
I wish.
I wish.
I had typed something in that's just got some real good stuff.
The long.
I was like, dang.
The long
That's
hair. The long curly hair.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man.
Don't do that, dog.
Just won't act right. Can't get right. Lord Jesus.
Hey, he don't know. That joint crazy. That joint how you run in the wall with patience and all that junk.
Oh, man.
You talking about sweat imprint on the old couch?
Slip and slide.
Eddie Murphy's stupid, boy. He got up there, had a whole.
Oh,
For real.
That joint, he funny, bro. I'm sorry. Eddie Murphy funny, bro. I'm sorry.
He is, man.
Yeah, he ain't been in the business that long for nothing.
Bro, I'm telling you.
Creative mind, man.
Who the GOAT right now? Who y'all think the GOAT right now on the comedy tip?
I can't even tell you because I ain't on it like that. So
who you think? You think Desi got it?
I think Desi's still in the making.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause
yeah,
he's still in the making. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to say in the area of GOAT, you think about like Dave Chappelle, Cat Williams. You think about what's my boy Arnaz J.
Oh, I forgot about
him
Arnaz
as
J.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
saying? Like, Kevin Hart. I would put him in the GOAT conversation.
Yeah,
Richard Pryor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Pryor. He's stupid.
yeah.
But you ain't say the right name though.
Who else?
You ain't say Mike Epps, man. You gotta stop
Well,
playing,
listen.
man. Let me tell you something, man. You know how we do it, baby. Come on, man. You know, come put me in the conversation. Mike Epps is funny, bro.
I wasn't done.
He funny, bro.
Mike Epps definitely funny. I would put him in the conversation.
It's
Definitely.
hard, man. Because I would throw DC up in there.
Definitely. DC Young
That
Fly.
Joker is a nut.
Oh, DC,
Yeah,
DC Young Fly, yeah, he funny too. Yeah, he funny, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hilarious, boy.
Yeah, he funny. He's
Bruh,
funny.
the stupid. Earthquake. King Lee, Earthquake.
Earthquake
Guys.
funny.
You know what I'm saying?
Bruce is funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's stupid.
He's
And
stupid.
what's the other dude? He lost a lot of weight. Too.
That's Lavelle Crawford.
Yeah, Lavelle Crawford.
Yeah.
That joke.
Yeah, he's stupid.
He just had you in stitches, boy. You see when he was on the Steve Harvey that award, the neighborhood award. That was
Yeah.
Oh
him
boy,
and,
I was laughing so hard. Boy, I had tears down my eye. That joke was stupid.
I would.
Y'all know what y'all was giving. Y'all brought me on this joke.
I would even throw David Mann in the conversation, just off just even looking at what happened with the neighborhood award. Like
Who?
David Mann.
He's
funny.
stupid too.
Who is that?
Tamala Mann's husband.
Oh, okay,
Mr. Brown.
Okay, Mr. Brown. Yeah, he funny.
He funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
He funny.
Yeah, man. But yeah, y'all know what it is, man. Well,
Yeah.
he done already made himself known, so
Come on, man. You know how to get in the
I'll
conversation.
give it up for Boy Wonda, man.
What's up, Blueprint Nation? You know what I'm saying? Mike Epps is
Boy Wonda Epps.
Yeah. Wonder Epps.
Wonder
Coming to you,
Epps.
a third
Wonda
nigga.
Epps. Who's at it, man?
Man, doing good,
Oh,
man. Just enjoying life and
We just
working, man, and
keep on pushing.
pivoting, moving, adjusting, and just I'm persevering.
Keep on pushing.
That's it.
I got that stuck on repeat, man. That's my workout music. Listen to the I'll go back and listen to some of them old mixtapes, man. So
Mhm.
that's been my workout probably for the last couple months, actually.
Mhm.
The Greatness is Upon You mixtape.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been on a repeat cycle.
Yeah. I just kind of cycle through it. Yeah.
Now, I was in the gym one morning, working out. I got Hill song on. Whatever is new one. Somebody wanted to say, man, who got this on, man?
no, man.
Who got this
Y'all
on,
ain't
man?
do my job like that.
Who got this on in here?
Oh,
Man, there is no one.
hey,
There is no power. He said, man, who got this on, man? I'm like,
Hey, that's why you need to have that remote in your pocket.
yeah, it was too late.
oh man, that's funny.
Oh, yeah.
They'll come on, make me your vessel. Make
That's funny.
you want me to be. I was
Oh,
like, it's
man.
like jam. He's like, man, turn that off, man.
Well, it'd be funny, man. The one when which one you go to?
Elite Fitness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Over there by her.
I thought you were still at Just Move. I thought you.
It's my move, just move.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, bro. I say real quick.
Mm-mm. I've been stopped going there.
Run.
I can't go there.
Yeah.
It's just certain stuff you just can't do.
Yeah. You got to know your temperance, man.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I go up in there, I'm gonna need deliverance. Again, I already got it here. I told my I said, look, my stepmom friend, she go to a church, right? It's a ADT. No, I mean it's an ADC.
What's that?
All day church. It's an ADC. Church started at 11.
Back in the day, church.
They in that 545.
That's back in the day church. You know?
Boy, that's funny.
That's what we grew up on.
For real.
But she was saying that the spirit be moving in there. I said, those atmospheres, she said, it's real apostolic.
Mm-hmm.
She said, it's real apostolic, kind of Pentecostal. I said, those atmospheres is where people get deliverance in.
Mm-hmm.
I said, trust me. I came up my church one day. I said, I knew it was a setup. I came to the front. Boom. Pastor Jarvis in the front. I look to the right. He's sliding up.
You getting cornered. You been spotted.
I look to the left. Here come Deacon Rod. I said, oh no.
Triple threat. About to go down. About to go night-night.
It was over. I was in there shaking under the blanket.
Hand on the stomach. Hand on the back. Hand on the head.
What are you stupid?
I'm on the blanket shaking like a cockroach under a napkin. You hit it with the rain, he ain't dead yet, he just be shaking. It was a wrap.
He's stupid.
I was slobbering in there.
Oh man, yo, stupid.
Did you wake up?
Hey, hallelujah.
He was like the crackhead on PJ. You pastor.
I got up, passage out with cheese. I said, see, y'all ain't right. Y'all ain't right.
Y'all jump me.
Get him again. Oh my god. Oh man.
They'll forever go down as one of the
But
greatest
hey,
stories.
boy, these last couple of weeks, boy, you know, I praise these, boy. They been real good. And I was supposed to do the office. I did that completely forgot. Mm-hmm. And so with me trying to help out with the sound, so she said, yeah. Ham said, from the look on that face, I don't think he ain't, you know. I said, no, I ain't did. I said, my bad. I forgot to look at the schedule. So I said, you want me to get it? I said, yeah, you just go ahead and take it because I'm, you know, training them anyway. So I was like, they need somebody in there. So, so she said, okay. And then they went to practicing, because they do a little rehearsal before church.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And oh my God, I was like, oh, y'all finna do that song, the new song, which for them to do, but they did Manifestation. I don't know if you heard it. Bro, I played it. I saw nephew. He did Lindsay. So we do mime dance.
Okay.
Yeah. And bro, him and old girl. I'm minding a blank now. But anyway, they like hands down when it comes to that mind stuff I'm talking about. Like, I'm like in the mood, bro, serious. So we hadn't had them in a while. So she was actually booked up because I was trying to find somebody for the appreciation. So just to throw a little something in the mix. So she was already booked up through now. And so I was like, and so I reached out to him. And he was like, yeah. He said, yeah, I could beat up. You know, my nephew, we call him, you know. So, and he's like, yeah, I could do it. I could beat up. And I said, man, can you do? Because I had seen he was at because he had sat down for a while. He hadn't did anything. And then he came back and then he was doing Manifestation at somebody's church. I saw the video. I said, ooh, that's like perfect timing for where we are right now, right? And I'm like, man, I hope he's free. And I want him to do that. And so he just so happened to be free, and we booked him. And boy, I said, that Joe came and ministered to that song, bro. And they would come, and I even introduced him before he got up, but I told a story that led him here. Because the mime that I had booked for Sunday, that was for Saturday night for the banquet. So the mime that I booked for Sunday was the girls from Keisha, them daughters and niece.
Oh, okay.
I'm blank right now. I know it's time to go to sleep. And I know they're my girls, man. They supported. They would come to the youth conference, and they all grown now. So they happen to be free, not knowing what was going on, them guys both ministered from the same album.
Oh, wow.
That's powerful.
Yeah. So he did Manifestation, and when she sent me the songs for there, and I pulled it up, it was from the same album. So I was like, man, God, what you doing? So I kind of told the church the whole thing behind everything. And no, I'm sorry, they did that. They did the banquet, and then he did Sunday morning. So they did Saturday night, and then he did Sunday morning. So I was kind of like, man, it's from the same album. So I said, well, God's speaking. So I explained that to the congregation before I introduced him. And then he came up and did Manifestation, bro. Because I had once I saw him do that, I had been playing it every day. Just every day, just killing it. And then it was like, then some from the church, they started playing it. So they actually sung it Sunday. And so I was messing with Shalisha. I was like, nah, we ain't doing no announcements after that. Because it just hit different. And she scrolls them in there though. I'm like, you could, you could have kept, bro. She said, yeah. She said, I just looked down at the clock and I was like, ooh. I was like, man, it don't even seem like y'all was up there that long because it just flowed. And that's how it's been the last couple of weeks. Yeah. It's just been flowing. Like literally flowing. And so sometimes it just be like that, man. Yeah, sometimes it just be like that. But I like that space. So I told her for this week, oh shoot, it's gonna be airing the week after, but for the youth, not youth Sunday, but for Merge and Adult Sunday, I said, don't be trying to cut nothing short. Y'all do what you do. She's like, oh, okay. I said, no, let God move how he gonna move. I got everything set up how, I said, me and Isha went over the, itinerary for the service. I said, I'll text you and send it to you. I said, y'all do what y'all do. So she was like, oh, okay. So I was like, yeah, get it in. Make it work.
They're powerful though. Just ministering off the same album. And
that was crazy.
They ain't have no correlation.
No communication, no correlation
whatsoever.
at all. And then everything just worked in with the theme and everything. And then Russell came in and just closed it out that Sunday with the message. That jump was so powerful. But
Grand Slam.
Yes.
Base is loaded.
Yeah.
Because it was loaded.
So man, I guess we just gonna slide in, man. The preliminaries for the night we already gotten through. So Blueprint, y'all know sometimes we be off the cuff, sometimes we have certain topics and stuff like that. So tonight gonna just be one of them nights, man. So it's like, but I know sometimes maybe you may be asking yourself like, what's next? Or sometimes you may be in a situation where you're wondering what's next. Or you done got to a point where you done accomplished so much and you trying to figure out like what's next. I done did this, I did this. So it's just gonna be kind of all inclusive on tonight. So I wonder if you spent that time and you just kind of like what's next. But I'm looking at it at this point, and then I'm just gonna kind of throw it out there because we was just kind of running some things across each other before we started recording. And Samuel, he was a prophet in the Bible, and he had anointed Saul to be king, and then Saul began to be disobedient towards God, and God stripped him of his anointing, his kingship. And so he told Samuel, basically, man, hey, because he was just struggling with the fact that, I anointed this man, and Saul is now no longer king to be anointed king anymore. And he was just struggling and battling with that when God had already given him instructions to say, listen, I've already appointed a new king, and he's in Jesse's camp, and I need you to go through the preliminaries to take care of that and make that happen. But yet he was struggling with the fact of what was and couldn't let go of what was so that what is can take its space. Right. And so sometimes we find ourselves in that place to where we can't let go of what was to adapt to what is and what could be. And so now you're living in that what's next phase. And God had already told him this is what's next, but he was stuck in transition. Yeah. Sometimes we can be stuck in transition and we miss out on that what's next. And he just basically told him, hey man, I need you to wipe yourself up, wipe the tears, get to moving, and go anoint this young man to go be king. And so that may be you tonight. So we're going to try to dialogue a little bit. So I just wanted to kind of paint the picture from the beginning of the standpoint to looking at what's next, leaving what is into what could be, and what God is calling you to.
Yeah.
And not to be so stuck into trying to figure out what the next is, but just move in it. Because I believe in hindsight, fellas, that a lot of time we know what's next. And just like Samuel, we stuck. Because I'm looking at what was.
Yeah.
And forgetting about what could be. You know what I'm saying? Because the assignment is already there. The signs are already there. The clues are already there. But man, I missed this over here. Man, and then we just begin to like get stuck in that place. So let's kind of hit it from that. And then, whatever y'all feel, you know what I'm saying? We always throwing out the angel's advocate or whatever, but it just
Hold on. Why you look at me when you say
you know what
that?
I'm saying? Because we know where it come from. He'd be like Homer Simpson coming out of that grass bush.
You saying you be coming straight from the house.
You can't hide. You can't hide.
I like how you set that up, because a lot of times we don't realize the importance and the timing of being into what is versus being stuck into what was. We don't even realize that we are our own answers to our problems and solutions, but we don't want to accept the fact, or we don't want to believe that, no, this can't be it. Like maybe something else can transpire. So this particular event did, but no, once that event happened, they had to step up. They realized that, man, there's certain responsibilities that I feel like I'm not ready for because of the abrupt change of events, the abrupt change of atmospheres, the abrupt change of people. Like a lot of it, you don't even realize what you're dealing with simultaneously until you actually sit with it. Like you don't realize you don't weigh the cost in the moment, because the cost is far greater than the feeling you're feeling in the moment. So when you go into what's next, now you got to get comfortable with going whether somebody's right beside you or not. And that's one of the hardest things to do for us as humans, because we are needy. In some form or fashion, we're needy. Because we don't realize that, okay, when you was talking about with Joshua, when he had to step in this moment. You think about Elijah and Elisha, when he had to step in a moment of wanting the double portion, but not realizing what that double portion is going to cost. That means you're going to have to carry the torch. And that is a heavy responsibility. And if you have a mindset of what was, you can't grasp what is. And you can't fully walk into the full moment of what is until you let go of what was.
Yeah, a lot of what next is kind of like turning points. Like, even like when you I can remember after graduating, bro, and I share this with the kids sometimes. Like I had no clue. Like I remember waking up the next day after graduation and just staring at the ceiling, like, man, what the heck am I fit to do with my life now? Because you've been conditioned for 12 years,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And out of those 12 years, probably 6, 7 around that way, you catching the bus, you getting up at a certain time.
Right. You have a routine.
You have a routine. And so now it's this new season coming up, and now you're trying to figure out how you're going to adapt to the new season, but the new season is coming, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
So now you're trying to figure out how to move and maneuver through a new season that you have no clue about at all.
Right.
And so it's like, man, what's next? It's like, oh my God. And I tell you, bro, I was just like, man, that's one thing I can remember like it was yesterday, bro. I was just sitting in it, and I woke up staring at the ceiling like, man, what in the world I'm finna do with my life? Trying to figure it out. And it's crazy because even in purpose, you still figuring it out.
Yeah. That's like, part of the formula.
You still figuring it out. Now, I know I'm supposed to be doing this, but boy, this ain't how I pictured it to be.
Yeah. But you know what's crazy? It's funny that you say that, because even in what you don't know what's coming for the next year in school, you just know I'm going to another grade. You know that I'm going to another grade. Yeah. Like it gives you a certain comfortableness that you can assure that, okay, and unless you're not passing, then that's a whole different ballgame.
Right.
But if you're passing, you get so accustomed in the routine of, okay, I'm going to this grade, I'm going to this grade, I'm going to this grade. And then when you realize that, okay, well, what if I don't want to go to college? Or what if I don't get into the school that I desire? What next? So now it causes you to go into a deeper depth and reflection of looking at yourself. Versus in a routine that you know what's coming. Even though you don't know in what's coming, at least you have a familiarity, because you know what to expect. But when you have a blank canvas and you done did that, and now you just like, oh snap, it causes a certain stillness that isn't good. Because it's a fact that I don't have everything that I'm familiar with. I don't have the people, my homies, they going off to college or they going somewhere else. Like even I remember taking Spanish 1 and 2, of being fluent around my Spanish friends. And then when I graduated high school, I didn't have nobody to keep that going. So it's like now you got to find the strength within yourself to keep going, even when the people that you had that was with before you are not with you. So now you got to find the resilience. Now you got to find the vision, the purpose, but it's hard to do that when everything that was by you, that you felt a connection that I know somewhat what I'm doing, it's not there. So now you're stripped of that. So now you have to do an identity check.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, you pulled that right out of my head. Because it's like when you said that, it's like, because I'm around athletes a lot. And not knowing, one of the guys that was in the audience that I spoke to last week was an athlete. Bro, I'm like, because he was like, let me, because when I put my information up on there, he said he didn't get it down. So he's like, man, pull up your social media stuff up, man. I want to follow you. So we was talking, and of course I just pulled my accounts up and just hit the follow button. Of course with the podcast too. I told him, I tell you, got a podcast, and so I hit the follow button for that too. But then when I got home and I went back, the following back, I'm like, man, this guy played football for such and such. I'm like, well, that explains the physique.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And but the reason my mind went there, because it is very prevalent in athletes, is like, what's next? I've done this all my life. I don't know nothing else.
Right.
Which is why I'm always preaching, like, tell me something you like outside of football.
Yeah.
Because when transition time comes, I don't want you to lose yourself in the sauce.
And it's gonna hit.
Because it's when it hit, it's gonna hit, because you don't put everything you was and are into this one thing. You eat, sleep, and breathe football 24/7 a day, but you don't know who you are outside of that. So when what's next starts staring you in the face, it's scary, because you never prepared yourself for what's next. You never ask yourself what's next, because you don't see yourself beyond where you are. Then that's why it's important to see yourself beyond where you are, because you can't call those things that are not as if they already existed if you don't know where you are. Because you don't know what to call into your now space, because you don't even know where you are right now.
You don't even know who to look for.
You don't even know who to look for. You don't know what to say. You don't even know what to attach yourself to. So that's why, you got to ask yourself these questions. And then when you see that, it's just like, what's next? It depends upon how you ask that question, depending upon how I'm going to answer. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminded me of one of those episodes with Martin. I forgot what he was saying. He was just like he was saying the same word. And it has different meanings depending upon how you say it and how you use it.
Right.
But it's the same exact word. And that's how it is with this right here, with life. Like, what's next? Like, you can spin it any different way, but how you say it will determine how you need to answer and how you respond. But I would like to encourage your Blueprint Nation to, like, don't get so caught up in the what's next that you lose out on the what's now. Because the what's now is leading you to your what's next. You can't figure out your what's next if you don't tap out of what's now. Because, like, we miss stuff in the what's now, and then you trying to go into what's next, and you miss out because you didn't tap everything out of what's now. And so that's very important. And so, in knowing who you are, because identity is very important. I had a young man, didn't want to tell me his last name. And so I don't like my last name. Why you don't like your last name? Like, you got to be proud of where you came from. I can relate, because I didn't like my first name.
Right.
And so, but once I found out what it meant, I identified it with something. And if I had not identified it with something, when I looked up what my name means, I started beginning to stick my chest out because I'm like, oh wow. Because now it was at first, man, everybody's name's Michael. Like every time you turn around, you're talking to him, Michael. Yeah. Why mama name me Michael? Why she couldn't name me this right here? And then I'm like, then I started getting into a space in my mind to where I'm researching stuff. And well, why did mama name me Michael? Let me go see what my name meant. Because during that time I was looking up what my name meant. Isha knew what her middle name meant. So her middle name, and I was like, oh yeah, that is right. So then I was looking at what her name meant, and then the kids. So we was at a flea market one day, and of course there was a lady in the booth, and of course she had these graphics with people's names on them and what they meant. And it's, believe it or not, because Isha's is a unique name. So it actually had her name, had my name, had both my daughter's name. So I bought them all. And when you read the characteristics of what was affiliated with each name, it fit us to a T. Like, wow. So when you can identify with and connect with who you are, then it determines who you become after that. Yeah. And so that plays a really, really big part in what comes in and out of your life. So no matter whether you thinking about, man, what's next, from, man, I accomplished so much that I don't even know what's next, or it's like, man, it seems like every time I turn around, something bad happened. Man, what's next? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter where you are in the equation, make sure you never lose yourself in the process.
Yeah, and I also realized that how you put what's next in context too, because you can subconsciously promote and help aid what's next within, like, if it's a lot of bad stuff, it's like, well, what's next? You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever, whoop-de-woo. You know what I'm saying? Like, that the same expectancy that you will have in for what's next, you should have that same expectancy for what I hope this, I hope that. Well, this is what I would like to see. I would hope to see. Because what's next is not just that. It's just it ties with, am I ready? And the real situation, we realize about 85% know that we're not ready. And that's why we feel what we feel, because we know we're not ready. We know we didn't position ourselves to be ready. We know we wasn't willing to go outside the norm of what we are accustomed to, because we know we're not ready. So it's like, how do you know what to attach yourself to if all you ever was on was this one thing? You know what I'm saying? So I think with what's next is, it's valid. Everybody has a real solid reason to feel like how to feel with how the world is today. But okay, what do you want to do to change the narrative, to shift the narrative? What we talked about, design, default. You know what I'm saying? Default lines up with what's next, because now you're searching. Like how you always say, you can't find what you're not looking for. They go hand in hand. You have to search. When he says, seek me while I may be found, get direction, get clarity, get information, get instruction. Even with the scripture that says in the word, I think it's in Proverbs, but where it talks about only a fool despise instructions. It's like somebody.
Yeah, that's definitely Proverbs.
Yeah, and it's like, well, if we have somebody we would just actually adhere to that was trying to tell us stuff, but we didn't look at it as an importance, and it cost us of what's next. Am I ready? I'm not ready. I don't know what's next. How can I find that with what I overlook and neglect? And so it's real. It's like, and that's through mentorship. I'll just give one insight. That's like, to find what you're looking for, and if you don't have a clue or idea, we have a huge thing called the internet. You can find any and everything that you're looking for, and then just look what's in the close of your facility, your proximity, and just start from there. But you just have to decide and choose that, you know what, no matter what is next, I'm going to prepare myself to be ready for what's next, whatever that looks like.
Yeah. I think we all can ask ourselves that question, man. I'm going to be honest with you. in a sense, it's just like what is next, man? And it's like, and it just something that just popped in my head. It was like, well, yeah, even if I answer that myself, like what is next? And but I think I can speak for me. Is what's next for me is being able to make better decisions. Not just for me, but even for my family. What's next for me is becoming a better version of myself. What's next for me is becoming a better man for my wife and my kids, you know what I'm saying? And for those that I've been entrusted to care for as a community leader and liaison, you know what I'm saying? That's what's next. And so I think if we just, Blueprint Nation, like if we take some time out to really like think about this episode. I know it's a little bit different than what we normally do, but it's like, think about that stuff. Like, what is next? So begin to, make some declarations over your life. And it starts with you, making yourself, a better person, a better version of yourself for you, your kids, your significant other, whatever that looks like. A better employee, better boss. That's what's next. And because I'm all about, it's like we said with the last episode, God, it's like he rolls it back. It's all right. Well, this is the end goal right here. And then he begins to peel the layers back. And then as people, I feel like that's how we need to operate. And I always explain that to the kids.
Right.
Like you have this goal. And once again, I've stated this before. It's like I use an imaginary funnel. It's like you got your goal up here. You got to funnel it down. Okay, well, this is the end goal. Let's funnel it down and see what that looks like. Okay, you got to boom. Now you got to step it. So what happened? Because if you don't do that, then it remains a big goal that seems unattainable.
Right. Exactly.
So it's like with the same thing with what's next. It's like, man, just begin to just jot some stuff down, and just really ponder, upon your life, where you are, who you're attached to, where you at, and things like that. It was so funny because, AP is back with us. So that little situation, it was almost a tearjerker, man, because he wanted to address the kids and what happened. And when he addressed the kids, when you start getting sentimental, that voice started cracking. I said, "Oh, there you go." He owning up to. He was like, "Man, just y'all be careful who you hang around, because what a person can put out there can change everything in the drop of a dime overnight, and it don't even have to be true." And you know what I'm saying? And so he began to, share that stuff, but it came from a different place. And basically he said, it happened, ain't nothing I can do to change it. I don't even like myself being presented in that light, but I'm man enough to acknowledge the whole team and like, listen, that shouldn't have happened, even though it wasn't true. But when I thought this person was for me, they really wasn't for me. And so I can use this experience, even though I don't like it, but I can use this to shed light and say, listen, man, y'all really need to like make sure the people that you say for you, because at the end of the day, I don't want you to end up in a situation like I was. And you know what I'm saying? And that was real big.
Yeah.
And that was real big. And it's like, I love the fact that everybody embraced it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish we already did that anyways. We was already checking on them, even though while we was trying to wait to see what they was going to do. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it was in that what's next phase. You know what I'm saying? So, but in that what's next phase is like, at the same time, what are you doing?
Right.
Because once again, you don't want to lose yourself in that transition.
You know what he did? Man, that's powerful, bro.
Bro, it was. Because he wanted to. Because like when coach was like, well, he always asked at the end of practice, because we all be like, hey, the coaches got anything to say? And he's like, yeah, he had already said, yeah, I want to just kind of address the team with the issue and stuff like that, clear the elephant in the room. And that's what he did, bro. And it was a beautiful, beautiful situation.
It's good that he was that vulnerable, because his what now helped to unlock their what's next.
That's good.
Because, we look at what's next as this giant leap. No, it's this small step. It's this small step towards what you're trying to figure out. So it's just like for him to be that vulnerable to say, hey, I don't like my what's now, but I'm going to help my what's now to unlock your what's next.
That's good.
Because you're going to need this in order to know. And this is a kind of a compass to help you.
Yeah.
And a gauge to help you.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, now your brain cells are popping and you're thinking, I'm like, oh, what's next? Okay, well, I got this.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go ahead and tap in. You know what I'm saying? Because it takes, man, that takes courage foremost. Like far foremost.
Bro.
That takes courage, bro.
Yes.
It takes a level of faith that you have to have outside your vulnerability to even present that, because even though the damage is done, this is who I am.
Right.
That's not what I was.
Right. Right. And the crazy about it, bro, is when the news broke, everybody was like, "What? That's not even in his character." Like, everybody like, "What? Like what?" And so it's like, that's why I always tell y'all, man, don't put yourself in a position where people have to question your character, because when people know who you are, they gonna ride for you
all day.
You know what I'm saying? And when something mishap come up, they gonna still ride for you because they know who you are as a person. So that's why it was like, what in the world?
Right.
You know, but looking at, once again, it's like, man, that's why I look at life like that, because I'm around sports a lot. But it's the mindset that you have to play at a high level. You have to have a what's next mentality.
Yeah.
Because if you get messed up with a play, you still got 4 quarters left.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you.
Because if you still pondering on if you still pondering on the relationship that didn't work, if you're still pondering on the business that didn't work, you felt like you failed. If you're still pondering on my kids, if you're still pondering on the negative aspects of the space that you're in the moment, you would never enter into your what's next, because you're always being held hostage about what ain't and what was. And so you have to cross that bridge and leave it there. It's very important, bro. It's like I can't look at the last engagement and say, oh man, it didn't go like I well expected, and then just quit altogether and say, you know what, I'm not gonna open my mouth. Just like Jeremiah. Jeremiah was so frustrated with God. He was so frustrated with God because when you study Jeremiah, Jeremiah is labeled as the lamenting prophet. And you know, when Jeremiah came, because God always used Jeremiah to come in and set order. And so when you seen Jeremiah coming, nobody wanted to see him coming, because it seemed like everything that he was always coming was destructive. It was like, he coming to set order, so nobody wanted to see him coming. Right. And so that's why he was called the lamenting prophet, because like, man, oh Lord, you see Jeremiah coming, he ain't got nothing good to say. So that's what he was like, you know, man, I don't want to do this no more. I'm just paraphrasing. Right. He was like, man, that's why he said, even though I don't want to do it, I ain't saying nothing. I don't want to say nothing. But then he said, there's like fire shut up in my bone, because you can't get away from who you was meant to be, even in your frustration. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Even in your worst moment, it's like, it's always going to be that nudge of like, you know you're supposed to be doing this. You know you're supposed to be here. Yeah. You know you're supposed to, you know what I'm saying? It's like, no matter what, it don't, because even at times I wanted to quit throwing the towel and took a break, and like, but it's like, you got to get right back on, because it's a part of your makeup. Exactly. It's embedded in your DNA. Who you supposed to become is embedded in your DNA.
It is. It's not pumped. It's not primed. It's just something that you've worked over the years. Yeah. That you grew. And once you grow in that, it's just like, it's second nature. It's just perpetual. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter what, like, we do music, we don't care about what the success rate looks like from what somebody else did. Like, I look at, I'm doing what I'm doing actively in my purpose. That's a win for me. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, it's perspective. It's and comparison kills so much. It kills a comparison. Have you looking in the window of what could be, and you'll get stuck in that what could be if you're not careful. Because now you're not living in that right now. What I am, of what, or do I want to just be in the shadow of what somebody else could be that already done that? That they did what they did because they were who they were. Like, I'm not another Lecrae. I'm not another Bizzle. I'm a Boy Wonda. There's one Alxndr. There's one Michael, the shift motivator. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I appreciate originality so much, like, more throughout the years, bro, because there's a level of confidence that comes with when you discern what's next in the present, because now you're moving from a place of I'm figuring me out. I figured most of me out.
Mm-hmm.
How can I use what I figured out to propel me for what I need to figure out?
Mm-hmm.
You know, it has to be perpetual. Like we can't think it's just a clogged, like a drain, just clogged. No, we're just gonna let it stay there. No, seek it, put that drain on down there, let it do what it do, and continue moving with your purpose and what you're called to. So, what's next is it's vital.
Bro, you know what I was just sitting here thinking.
The B2S podcast is brought to you by NoGrindNoGlory Apparel, R828 edition. It's a reminder to stay strong, to be courageous, to starve your fears, and to feed your faith. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, just know that you were born to stand out and make an impact. Head over exclusively to www.NoGrindNoGlory.net and grab you some merch as a daily reminder that all things work together.
You know, everybody come from their perspective, right? So, you know, I come from the house all the time. So most of the time when I'm speaking to people or pouring into people or ministering to people or, you know, things of that nature, depending on who it is, I kind of learned this from Mike, you know, when you and various people too, but mainly a lot from him because he's a speaker. So like learning how to read the room, kind of knowing who you're talking to.
That's important.
How you can be slick as a serpent but harmless as a dove at the same time, right? So most of the time that I figured out, this is just with me, and it might be some of y'all out there too, and maybe it's other people, that this is like when I paper trail my track record and look myself in my multiple mirrors, when you're checking your right now, checking your 5 years ago, checking your yesterday, checking your last week, you just glimpsing over to see, kind of grading yourself to see where you at. This is me personally, I'm starting to see that a lot of the times that my what's next is not yet. It's not like I want to. I like not yet.
Yeah.
But I want the relationship. Not yet. You ain't even. You don't know who. You don't even know who you are, and you want a woman. So let me get this straight. You don't even know who you are. You can't even hold your word to yourself, but you want me to grant you something that can bear generations, and you can't even get up on time? No.
Stab.
You can't get up on time, but you want me to give you something that has the ability to bear fruit in generations out of her womb? No. Not yet. Not yet. Oh, you want a husband. You want the husband. You want that daughter. You want that, but you don't even speak to your father properly? No, not yet. If you don't even speak to properly the person who gave you life, how are you going to speak to this person who's going to be over you in a sense? No. Not yet. So I figured out that, okay, God, a lot of my what's next is actually not yet. You ain't there yet.
That's good.
You ain't there yet. Not yet. It's coming, but not yet.
Right.
Because once you get this, it's a little more. Not yet. Not yet. You ain't there yet. That's your what's next. Your what's next is not yet.
Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Not yet. You're not there yet. Every time, this is not Super Mario. And this ain't Super Mario This ain't
If anything, Crash Bandicoot.
this ain't Crash Bandicoot. This ain't no, I'm saying what it is. You get V-Bucks. What it is?
What Roblox?
This ain't Roblox. This ain't Call of Duty. Ain't put no codes in and skipping no levels. This is not how this works.
Contra.
So every
Get
time
30 lives.
right.
The
So
cheat
every
code.
time you try to do that, your answer is gonna be not yet. Because you haven't properly went through every stage and every trial to learn what you need to learn from my perspective, which is him, so you can be able to handle your what's next. You can't even handle your right now. So why would I give you your what's next? You are not ready yet. So not yet.
Yes, preparation phase.
Right. So and I think that a lot of us be there.
Yeah.
And every time you move out of anxiousness, it never works.
Exactly.
Every time you move out of being hot your
impulse.
pants, it don't work. Every time you move when you're not supposed to, it does not work. Every single time. And just coming from the house, I've learned. I look back, okay, God, I wasn't ready yet. You was telling me not yet. Not yet. When you put the meat and the greens, it's smelling good. You put the greens in the pot. The greens be up here in the pot, and then 45 minutes later, the greens shrink down. They got that dark green color. You smell that meat in the pot. You know me. I go get a fork real quick, ease the top off of that bad boy, stick my fork in there, cause it look like it's done, and then you chew it and it's tough.
Yeah.
Cause it looks like it's ready. It smells like it's ready, but not yet.
Yeah.
It's not yet. So I noticed that was my problem, especially in you gotta be honest and transparent and vulnerable with this type of stuff, because if you don't, guess what? You don't get proper clarification on what you think that you know, and you also can't help anyone if you're not real.
Exactly.
Right? So a lot me in the area of relationships, I used to be like, yo, God, like you not you came a long way, but you not ready yet. Not yet. Especially you want this person definitely not ready yet. Right? So you're not ready yet. You're not ready. If the two shall become one, and if you want a person who's not ready, then you ain't ready. If you picking this person to be your teammate and they need more training, they not ready yet. They are not ready to hit the field yet. They're not there yet. You can't put them directly on the roster yet. You can't, because they not ready yet. You keep training with them and they'll get there. But if you go from training to put you on the roster over talent that looks good, you doomed. It's not. I'm just being real, like, you know what I mean. So like, I noticed that every time what I've seen, my what's next was, yo, son, not yet. Doesn't mean that it's not coming, but a lot of us, our what's next is, yo, you need to be patient. Your what's next is on the way, but actually, since you asked me for your what's next, it's not yet. You are not ready yet.
Yeah. And that's actually good. That goes in. It's like when you think about it, like we talked about, like how powerful that is. It's like this right here. It says when you ask yourself that, it shows that you're forward thinking, which is important, and that you're ready to break free from complacency, and that you're ready for growth. That's good, which follows right what you're talking about, not yet, which means you're ready for it. You're breaking free from limitation. It's an invitation to level up. But here's the thing, you can't move forward if you're not willing to embrace what's next. And sometimes the next isn't a big leap, but a series of small steps that build momentum.
So you said you can't move forward if you're not ready to embrace what's next.
Mm-hmm.
What's next sounds like future tense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in order to embrace something, you have to actually physically put your hands on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So if you got your hands wrapped on the past,
Right.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
if you got your hands on past relationships,
Mhm.
if you got your hands on past people, if you got your hands on past things, that past hurt, you can't even grasp freedom. You still talking about what he did to you 3 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
He done moved on.
Right.
Oh, you didn't even know that was going on.
Right.
You still holding on to what your homegirl said to you 4 years ago.
Mhm.
She done moved on with her life.
Mm-hmm.
So you cannot embrace the other side, which is freedom, which is being light, which is being an open vessel so God can move through you because you still holding on to that back there to embrace
Mm-hmm.
what's coming next.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So that's powerful, dog.
Yeah.
I love what it says right here. Every next season requires a now season of discipline.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the key components to figuring out what's next.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know there's some changes, that you know there's a shift that has to happen, but you have to be disciplined. And what are you willing to give up? What are you willing to say? Like you say, not right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like even it's a double entendre in a sense. You know, this person is being prepared, you're being prepared. And as you move, she move.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all moving together, y'all becoming one. And it seems like, correct me if I'm wrong, becoming one simultaneously means you're pretty much at the same pace.
Mm-hmm.
Even if the progress is different, but the pace is consistent. It's like you're kind of moving together because you're still becoming, even if you're at different levels.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that even in the pace, because like when I look at my life, I know that I'm not ready because there's some things that I'd like to see and work out that I want to have established before. So do you think that even in the midst of two people being in different places, but they still have the same end goal, becoming one?
Hold on.
Is
Not ready for what?
what do you mean?
Because you said, I'm not ready.
Mhm.
Not ready for what? You speaking.
Well, in the sense of certain things that I know I need to put in place and work on, that I know needs to be in place. And I guess for me, I take leadership seriously, so it's some things I know that I need to improve in, that I feel like that has to be solid. And I guess for me, bro, it's like it's just looking back and over the years and the things that I learned in my relationships, stuff that I thought I was ready for, I wasn't. And so I try my best to move. I try my best to not overanalyze in a manner, in a way that I don't overstep and saying I'm ready for something that I know I'm real with myself that I'm not ready.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I need to prepare better in this area.
But you know what? Sometimes, you know what? I agree with what you said. And I honestly think that society be putting too much pressure
Mhm.
on women and on men.
Mhm.
You know, men want the women to be like this and like that, like that. Then some women want the men to be like this, like this, and like that. I do agree that you should not drop standards. Like you
Right.
need to stand
Mhm.
on your principles and on your morals,
Mhm.
right?
Right.
And let's say if a woman then build a multi-million-dollar empire somehow, like you're not finna, I mean, unless this guy is like, he's really working on his mind and his heart,
Mhm.
most women are not finna go get no guy who work at Burger
Mhm.
King when you have, not because of the money, it's because of the stuff
The
that's in here,
standards
that's
are
in
different,
here. Right.
And the mentality is
Mentality.
different. So I
Mentality.
get it.
You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I do believe that some things are not going to happen until you come across that person that helps birth something on the inside of you.
Yeah.
So, because people need people.
Right.
I don't care, like, you know what I'm saying? It, like, people need people. So it's gonna be certain things that man who findeth a wife findeth a good thing and obtaineth favor from the Lord. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be certain things that is gonna blossom in your life with wifey that probably wouldn't even came to pass until wifey got there because it was just designed to be that way. You know what I mean? So it's like some not yet is only gonna happen when that purpose person get in place with you. You know what I mean? Like it's just like certain fruit doesn't sprout until certain times of the year come around.
Right.
It's just something that happens to do with this type of temperature, the moisture, the soil, and then this fruit comes up, and then this flower comes up. But it only comes up when it's like Captain Planet, all elements combined. Like you're like,
Yeah.
when you get all, if you ain't got this one, he ain't popping off.
What's up?
You know what I'm saying?
Heart.
All of them come heat. You know what I'm saying? So I do believe that you are correct. I agree with you. Like it's certain, you're supposed to be on a certain level, of course. But it's just certain things, like when that woman get, you feel me? Like
I got you.
When that woman get with that right man, when he start watering her in certain areas where she haven't been watered before, she start to blossom. Like you know what I'm saying? When that guy get with that woman, and this woman is riding for him, and she starts speaking that king speaking to the king on the inside of him,
right?
And they start doing things. He starts to develop and move in a way that he probably wouldn't have developed if he wouldn't have met this woman. So I feel like these are certain things that won't transpire until you meet that iron that hits your iron and sharpens you in that area. That's just how I feel.
Well, bro, you just clarified a whole lot for me then. Because it's like, you know, for years, bro, just even hearing stuff like with Brother Wayne, what he shared with me is just like, you know, my just being influenced and seeing what I see. And it is like, it's constant, you know, I got to have this, I got to have this, I got to have this, I got to have that, I got to have this in place, that in place, this, that. And then he's like, well, how will you make room for her in your life if it's always about you needing to have this in place before that happens? And that's what I had a fight with for years, because of what you've seen or what's been modeled or what's been viewed within the world, and just the pressures of just like, dang, it's so hard out here because everybody wants everybody put together, all together. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want to go through the box, get through the wrapper, look at the different parts in the manual scripts, like, okay, well, this goes here, but, you know, hold on, we need to deal with this first. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like understanding that a woman is the helpmeet, which is mean to add on to what you're already building. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you still have in mind us even when you're building, because you understand the becoming. So for me, you help me a lot on that, because it's like, when you understand the what to know, like, you know what to do. It's like, why'd you do this? I don't know, but you do know.
I got you.
So it's like I know how to treat a woman. I know how to be that king or that man.
Right.
And it's just having yet to. So it's not my job to figure out the pace of when that happens, but it's my job to continue to be in position for when it happens.
It's our job to know what to do when it happens. This is crazy.
And to be able to recognize it.
Look,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
check this out, bro. This is crazy. Check this out. This is good, right? This is good, right? And I don't think people understand this, right? Adam didn't even set up what he had. God set it up for him.
Facts.
God set it up for him. Adam didn't plant nothing. He didn't make nothing. He didn't do. He was designed to keep it afloat. So when Eve showed up, when Eve showed up to something that Adam didn't even create.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful in itself.
Mm-hmm.
Adam was supposed to have the know-how in order to keep it afloat and to stretch it. In order to stretch it, you're going to need some help, my guy.
Mm-hmm.
And since you were here first, Adam, and you learned from the person who made it how to stretch it, in order to have it done properly, you need to teach what you know to the person who was not here from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because that's your best bet on having the adequate help, just like you are in her working.
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, what I'm saying is, for us guys out there, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Michael, you are the oldest male at the table. Therefore, you have seniority. Therefore, you can check us on Thundercats at any time in this conversation. For real. That's why, just for sake, that's why you still need the elders in the church.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because they have foundation. Yeah, the youth is great, but youth with no foundation is
That's what Scripture says, though. You rely on the youth for their strength, and then the old for their wisdom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So we have to teach our women. We have to be in position.
Right.
So once we learn, we transfer it to our woman, because when she get it, she gonna multiply it.
Exactly.
When Eve hit the earth, everything multiplied. You cannot be fruitful and multiply without having somebody next to you who can bear fruit and who can actually multiply what you put in them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's just simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that I do, and I get it. We are supposed to have something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember Pastor Tyler telling me that he had to realize that God is the one who supplies.
Mm-hmm.
He said, bro, I had to realize that God was my supplier, not me. God is the way maker, not me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's just certain things that's not going to transpire until we have that person beside us.
Right.
That's when certain things ignites and takes off. It's just that when those things come across the board, it is our responsibility to know how to move.
Right.
And if we don't know how to move, it's our responsibility to know where to go to so we can learn how to move.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing how to move is not a crime.
No. Right.
It's not. It's not, bro.
Right.
It's not a crime.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you don't know how to move, and you're not trying to position yourself. So now you just out here. You're trying to learn nothing.
You just drifted.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You ain't trying to get no clarity on nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Like you ain't trying to get no direction on nothing. That's why your girl looking at you crazy, because you don't know and you've been trying to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So bro, trust me, when you be getting knocked down like dominoes, boom, 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 boom.
For real, bro. Trust me. Because
you like, Lord, how does go? Like, am I ever gonna? You know what I'm saying?
Because if you're not careful, bro, the work that you put in, you'll start diminishing it.
Mm-hmm.
You'll start to not find value and worth in it, and you'll start to let some things go, which will cause the standard to drop.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? What you truly believe in. So it's just like, I had to make sure that whatever I brought in, I didn't take.
Bro, I feel like
out.
I just you are building it correctly. You are building it correctly. Whatever it is, I do not know. That's what God got aligned for Junior. But the way that you're going about it, you're going about it in a correct manner. It's correct, bro. You're building it correctly. You're not on saying any woman who gets you, gotta understand they have a firm foundation. You have a firm foundation. Not in your money, not in your friends, but in your relationship with God, and she's gonna be standing on something firm when she's by your side. You are a person, I've never seen you waver. I've never seen, when a hurricane come, I've never seen sand be flying around like the Sahara Desert. I've never seen it. I might have seen the blinds shake a little bit, the windows shake, but your house and your foundation, your grass don't even lift off the ground, bro. You solid, bro. You're building it correctly.
It's crazy you say that because I was talking with Miss Rose. You know, we was just joking, and there was another young lady at the table, and they were just like, you know, you want to get married? Where's she at? I was like, she coming. I'm actively looking with my natural eyes and my spiritual eyes, but because I feel like if I keep going just like ooh 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 ooh, then I'm gonna kind of waver off. Because now I'm gonna be out here thotting and plotting.
Thotting and plotting.
Thotting and plotting. And I be getting to some that don't mean me no good. And it was like, yeah, you right.
He said,
Listen.
oh my God.
Bro, do you see the flavors? Do you see the flavors? It is real out here.
Baskin Robbins, we got 31 flavors.
Listen, it's more than 31. They lied to us. They lied to us.
He is not lying. It's 500 flavors.
Jesus.
It's 500 plus.
Man.
They got more remixes than Diddy.
And Jermaine Dupri put together.
They out here anyway.
I'm glad I'm not in this fight, boy.
Bro, for real. But I appreciate that, bro. I definitely need to hear that because it's just like, you know, just like how you were saying, bro. It's like you don't know if you're doing it right. You don't know if you're in the vein, and you don't. It's like you know, but you don't know.
Yeah, you doing it right.
Nah, it's the climate, bro. It's the climate. So it's like you have to be more intentional about the weight. In a sense, you know,
which I have been like,
it's because it is, and because it's like you're being prepared on one end and she's being prepared on the other end, and so when the meetup comes, then it's gonna come at the right time and in the right place. So, and that's what I pray over my girls every day. Yeah, you know that prepare them for their mate while you're preparing their mate for them. That's something that me and Ish have been praying for years. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's because the climate, bro, is like the things that we grew up on is not prevalent now. It's almost like it's a commodity now. It's extinct. So when you find it, you gotta cherish it and you connect to it. So because everybody's on the other stuff, you know. So and it's stuff that the Bible taught us, showed us that these things were gonna happen. Men was gonna be lovers of themselves, and fathers against their sons, sons gonna turn against their fathers, and daughters gonna turn mothers. So it's the climate we living in, man. They're not vibing the same way. So it's
and that's difficult.
Yeah, that's the difficult part because
I don't allow it to deter me away from it, but it makes me that much more intentional.
Yeah,
and it gives me that much more discipline in being intentional.
Yeah,
because bro, look. When you run into her, I'm saying this because I have experiences recently. When you run into her, dog, she's gonna be a person who you don't know, but you recognize by the spirit. You don't know her personally, but how you're grounded and how she's gonna be grounded, y'all spirits are gonna recognize each other. It's gonna be in sync. Yeah. And I'm saying this with experience, like it's gonna be in sync. And it's gonna make you question. You're gonna be like, whoa, this is too easy. Like something wrong here.
For real.
I got something wrong. Like, how long? Why she understand what I'm talking about? Okay, why she? Then you begin to question, why do you understand what I'm talking about? Because so many people, so many women you've dealt with, they haven't understood the spirit man on the inside of you because they haven't been equally yoked.
Facts. That has been the struggle because he's always been my gauge. I always say, bro, what you think?
Yeah, because we men, bro, we be caught up on the flavors. We be having two.
Yeah.
We be having spoons. We got a milkshake. we got a snow cone. We got all the flavors.
The
Let me get sprinkles on that.
All
Let me get sprinkles
artificial
on
flavors.
You know what I'm saying?
Sprinkles.
It tastes good for a little bit, and then when it gets you sick, you know what I'm saying, and it
Yeah.
gets you in a state, and
You will recognize her by the spirit. I'm telling you, because it's gonna be like, dang, like we get along too good. It's smooth. Yeah, it's supposed. My homie told me the other day. He said when you run across the right person, it's supposed to be smooth. Like you're not supposed to have. I'm not talking about when people have passed and you have to work through it. And someone has a child, someone has an element, something like that. That's natural. You have to navigate through those things.
Right.
I'm talking about on the outside of that. It's supposed to be smooth. Y'all supposed to understand each other. Y'all supposed to be vulnerable with each other. Y'all supposed to be real with each other. Y'all supposed to be open with each other. Because y'all are supposed to be in each other's lives. Bro, Dub, how many times you have been with a woman and all those things I just said, you had to almost pick her teeth to get those things?
Yeah.
Because they ain't supposed to be there. And since we like flavors, we got sweet and low, we got we try to have all the flavors. We got the fat-free.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you ain't lying.
We be trying to keep them and like, no, it don't work. Because the spirit and the spirit, they're not connecting. But I'm telling you, dog, you gonna know about the spirit.
Yeah, and then that's why you have to keep preparing. It's just like the image come to mind of like when the ET video with the dude with the mining shaft.
Yeah.
He's chopping, and the diamonds is just about 2 hits away, but he done already turned around and gave up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and that's why I told my girls too, like just make sure you pray for patience and endurance.
Yeah.
You know, during those seasons, because from a natural standpoint, but hey, we know it's in God's hands, so that's what you just got to trust. You just don't understand why certain people's walks are the way they are, but you just have to kind of go with the flow. But I always want to make sure that when you leave yourself open for what's next, you leave yourself open for what's next. Because you got to be able to embrace what you want. So I remember,
and it's going to require something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
That faith. It's going to require that trust. It's going to require that okay, let me just
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and it's just gonna go by just like you were saying, like when you embrace something, I mean you're holding on.
Yeah.
So you can't hold on to the next thing if you got something already in place. And we're gonna get ready to get up out of here. We're gonna close out with this. I remember when Steve Harvey told the story. I think we shared this when we first started going with the podcast and how he wanted a new car, but he had that old car sitting up in the garage, sitting on bricks.
Yeah,
or something of that nature, and they couldn't move it. He wouldn't move it or nothing, but he kept saying he wanted to get a new car. And either it was his mom or his grandma called him into the kitchen and say, "Well, baby, you say you want you a new car, but you got that old thing sitting out there in the space of the drive. Where you gonna put it, even if you did get it?" And he was like, "You know what? You're right." So and he was like, the moment he got rid of the car was the moment he had the opportunity to get what he wanted, the car. And so that's just what it is, and preparing for your next. Make sure. I remember one of the pastors, he was like, he gave away some suits, making space, just gave away some suits, and ended up getting new suits in return. Just examples of things like that. But you prepare what you're wanting to see. You just don't accept it and just expect it to happen, but you prepare for it. You're preparing for a mate. You want a mate, you prepare for them. A lot of times we're not preparing to be a wife. We're not preparing to be a husband, but we want the marriage. And so that could be the holdup. Could be, but just give you something to think about. And just as we get up out of here, and So always remember, it's about little steps, taking momentum, and to that what's next. Because sometimes we feel like we have to make these big leaps and these big accomplishments, and it's not even so. It's just a little gauge. Because you got to remember, a 1 degree notch that take water from just surface level to boiling. 1 degree. So it only takes 1 degree, one shot, one step to get you to your next. So hope we said something to encourage you while you're waiting on your next, going through your next, or whatever your next look like. But y'all know how we like to get up out of here, man. Shoot for the top, because the bottom is way too crowded. And if you think different and be different, you'll have the opportunity to live different. And once again, we'll see you on the other side of success. Blueprint Nation, we'll see y'all next week. Peace.